Most of the time when I watch a Boruto episode, I don't really get a lot from it, not unless I want to keep repeating myself, which is a no-no when it comes to reviews. So here are a few points that I made for the entire episode. Alright, so the episode actually introduced us with a struggle for a character, okay, and that character is Shikadai. My reason for that is this. Alright, so if you look at Shikadai, he looks exactly like Shikamaru, right, except from the eyes, because he has Temari's eyes, and you know, the color scheme and the dressing is very similar. You could easily call Shikadai a clone of Shikamaru. I mean, they have the same tendencies. They find everything a drag and they are really lazy, except the difference that I spotted in this episode that separates Shikadai from Shikamaru is the fact that Shikadai has a struggle, and that struggle is to socialize, right? If you really think about it, Shikadai is the smartest person in his entire class, and I think that is the reason why he finds it hard to socialize, and he does not have that much energy like the rest does. I mean, when he was sitting with Boruto, Sarada and Mitsuki, they actually did claim that he talks like an old man. That is because he is very mature and he has a very different perspective on life because he is smart. And the reason why he is always down or doesn't seem to have a lot of energy is because he doesn't have people that he can relate to actually, you know, chill with. Let me do an experiment, right? So think about this set of friends that you have and think about the reason why you chose to chill with them instead of other people who you could have potentially built up a friendship with. And most of the time, the answer is that you have something in common, whether it be hobbies or life struggles that you have that, you know, you used to build this relationship, right? As you can see, everyone is chilling with people within their team, right? And even Sarada, who usually doesn't hang around Boruto, is right next to Boruto. But Shikadai alone is separate from his team, as they don't really have that smarts that he has. At least Boruto is a prodigy and can think strategically when it comes to fighting, and Mitsuki and Sarada show the same feat. If you really think about it, they are the prodigies of the entire class. Team 7 is the closest when it comes to a team formed of smarts and skill, and Shikadai happens to be chilling with them. So I think even though he cannot find someone who is at the caliber of intelligence as him, the closest he could find is Team 7, which Boruto seems to be in, and also Boruto is his friend, so that's also another reason why he is there. The only time we even see Shikadai smile at all in this episode is when he was playing shogi with Shikamaru, and then Shikamaru makes note of the fact that Shikadai is smiling, which could actually imply that Shikadai is barely happy at all, and that it is rare to see him in a happy mood. And the reason for that, even though Shikadai brushed the entire thing off, is because he was actually playing shogi with a stranger, and he actually enjoyed playing shogi with the stranger. Hence why he waited for the person in the morning to play shogi at the end of the episode, and it seemed to him that he had finally found that person that he could actually call a proper friend that resonates with him. Boruto asks Sarada something, and she basically says, "I am reading a book," which basically implies that she is busy. But why would you want to read a book next to the person who you find most annoying? Second of all, you are in your mission downtime, meaning that you can go chill with whoever you want, so why would you choose to chill with Boruto and Mitsuki? My next point is about the entire mission. Alright, so they decide to take the mission upon themselves and go after whoever is responsible for stealing these jewels. Now the thing is, they have a safe full of expensive jewelry, which is not guarded at all. Second of all, their defensive measures can be escaped by a person who uses ice release. Alright, so it is not really looking good for the Konoha police, because first of all, they are putting in kids who do not know how to defuse a bomb into a situation where they have to defuse a bomb, as well as people who are not trained to deal with hostage situations to go in there and calm someone down. That does not make sense, and now they have this weak defensive measure which basically got outsmarted by the thieves and gained them free jewelry. We get introduced to this black market, which is a part in Konoha which apparently we have never seen. Now my question is, when Pain was around to destroy the entire village, like did this place really exist? And another thing is that this could be a huge plot point for a lot of things that could occur in the future. I mean, this is a black market, meaning people probably or most likely do illegal things there. So I'm looking forward to what they are going to do with this area in Konoha. I mean, remember when they showed us the secret shop that Chocho knew about? That actually came back in a future episode where Sarada used the shop to help Boruto out on getting a present for Himawari. Conveniently, The person who knew about the black market is no one else than bitch ass Katasuki, and the thing is, if he actually invents these ninja tools, guess what is gonna happen? People are gonna trade it in the black market because no one has it and it is rare. So I find this entire scenario very humorous. Boruto and his team go on a stakeout and we find out that the mysterious hooded figure is not Kawaki. Again, yeah, I knew that it is not Kawaki, but everyone sees something mysterious or a mysterious person, automatically it is Kawaki, but it turns out it is Boruto instead of Mitsuki trying to fool the people who are the thieves of the jewelry, right? But when they fight, the mysterious character, whose name I still do not know, leads them to a village where he basically gets Boruto to decide whether to take away the apparatus thingy that helps them fetch water, right? Now, I have a few questions, right? Because this is quite silly. Okay, first of all, why would you build a village far away from other civilizations? That makes it really difficult for you to grow as a village, right? So apparently they walk 3 hours in order to fetch water, and the apparatus thing that they installed, or the White Knight band actually helped repair, is making life easier. Second of all, why would you actually build an entire village around a place that makes life difficult? That doesn't make sense. So it is not exactly the fault of the rich that these people are suffering. Third of all, why don't they work together to actually fix the apparatus? And fourth of all, why aren't there any people who have useful skills to help people living around there? So the hooded figure basically presents Boruto to the entire village who are poor, right? And then he basically says that he steals from the rich and gives to the poor. And the thing is, it is not necessarily bad, but it is still a crime, and the reason why is because he is stealing from people who are innocent. Just because someone is rich doesn't mean they are crooked, alright? Some of the people there are poor because they choose to stay poor. They could do things to actually help each other, but instead they rely on people to actually serve them with the riches. Why don't they help each other build a contraption which would actually ease the fetching of water for the entire village? Why don't they all work towards one goal, which is to probably sell something that their village offers with other villages, trade with them in order to get resources? Oh yeah, that is right, they chose to put the entire village or establish it in the middle of fucking nowhere. I know that maybe the nearby villages don't actually care about this village right here, but the thing is, it is really difficult to care about someone who you do not know exists, especially if most likely your village is not even on the map. I'm sure if they actually, one of them actually had the brain to go up to Uzumaki Naruto, who is all caring and all forgiving, he would actually do something to help out the entire village. And we know that that is going to happen because Uzumaki Naruto is the person who likes helping and making people's lives better. So that would be a solution. And apparently no one in the village has the brains to go to another village and ask for help. Then again, on the other side, Uzumaki Naruto is a very busy person. It's not like you can just go into a country or a village and then ask about the president and go meet them and talk about it, right? Which is basically the position that Naruto is in. So I think what the thieves can do is actually make it aware that these villages do exist here and there, to make the bigger villages who can actually supply and offer help acknowledge them and bring the aid. That is the solution, instead of stealing from these villages. It does not solve the problem. So what happens if their little apparatus thing breaks again? Then what are they gonna do? And that exactly is my point. Stealing is not the issue. So the White Knight band are really doing the wrong thing. They are not providing a solution or an answer, they are just providing a temporal fix. So the episode ends with basically Boruto trying to find an answer to what he must do to the White Knight band, whether he should leave them alone to do what they are doing or to take them down, which is basically neglecting the other villages. Now the right answer would be actually to make people know that this village exists so that they can provide aid. But the reason why it is difficult is because, and this actually applies to real life as well, when we grow, we are taught what is right and what is wrong. We are taught morality. People enforce their morality on us, so we cannot think further than what people decide is right or wrong for us. And if you really think about it, like Shikadai says, morality doesn't really give you a lot of choices. It's either it is black or it is white, and because people are raised like that, they cannot see the other ranges of colors or the other ranges of reasons why people do the things they do. The thing is, if you were to put your sense of morality up against other different cultures, it's just going to end up being opinion vs opinion, and that is pretty much it. The sad thing about this episode is that Shikadai actually made a friend who he was looking forward to, playing with again, but then that friend would never return since that person is a thief. So it is kind of a sad story for Shikadai, since he is forced to once again look for that one person who actually resonates with him. But that has been what we learned for this episode. Hit the like button, subscribe, and seriously hit the notification button if you want my videos on time. With that being said, I have nothing more to say. Bye.